Today we are going to review what fractions are and what they represent.
So, what is a fraction? A fraction represents smaller pieces or parts of a whole. As we can see, this square represents a whole object, but it's split into two separate pieces. This square is split into two pieces. However, objects can be split into many different parts, just as long as the pieces of them are equal. Equal versus unequal parts. Fractions are represented by splitting up an object equally. What we mean by equally is that each section must be of the same size. As we can see on this slide, the blue rectangle has unequal parts. Each part of the blue rectangle is a different size. This means that the blue rectangle cannot be represented with fractions. However, the pink rectangle is split into equal parts. This means we can represent the pink rectangle in fraction form.
We are going to test our knowledge of equal and unequal parts. Let's start with the star. The star is split equally. How do we know this? Well, the star's line goes from the top to the bottom right down the middle. Both sides are equal. Next, the circle. The circle goes on the unequal side of the chart because the line is not split evenly. We see that this side is larger than the other. The square is split equally. Although the line does not go from the top to the bottom, both sides are equal in size. The arrow is unequal. One side is a larger portion than the other. Lastly, the triangle is split evenly because both sides are the same size. Discrete fractions. What are discrete fractions? A discrete fraction is when the whole is made up of multiple different wholes. For example, a classroom could be thought of as a whole. Within that classroom, there are many students. Each student is a whole as well. Let's say in a classroom of 8 students, 5 students were present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would be the fraction of the students present? Out of 8 students, 5 students are present. That's right, 5 out of 8.
In this example, we have a shape that is split into two equal parts. If we shade in one of these parts, then that means that 1 over 2 parts of this shape are shaded in. But what does this number mean? How do we write fractions? The bottom number is called the denominator. The denominator represents how many parts the whole is divided into. The top number is called the numerator. The numerator represents how many parts we have. For example, let's look at this circle. The circle is split into 5 equal parts, so that means 5 would be our denominator. We also see that 2 parts are shaded in, so that means that 2 would be our numerator.
Let's practice. How would we write the fraction of the shaded parts? Remember, the denominator, the bottom number, is how many parts the whole is divided into. So, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, the numerator, the top number, is how many parts that are shaded in. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. So, as we can see, 3 out of 4 of the parts are shaded in. Therefore, the fraction is 3 over 4.
It's your turn. Grab a buddy and follow the instructions on your worksheet. You'll be practicing drawing and writing fractions. Remember to have fun!